After breaking ground in 2022, the grand opening of the Children's Memorial Walkway took place this weekend at Firemen's Park in Niagara Falls.
3, 2, 1, woo!
This started a couple of years ago as an idea. And for those of you aware, Mike Strange has been running the box run for a number of years, and he's got a big heart for all the kids that have been going through different diseases, cancer and whatnot. And the sad thing is, when it's all said and done, and these children pass on like butterflies, and our memories stay with us, what then? And this started the idea, and Mike and Vic, Peterangelo, they run together all the time. They run the trails, and that's when they discuss ideas and come up with different concepts. They came up with the idea. Well, it started a couple of years ago when city councilors Mike Strange and Victor Peterangelo came and said, we have an idea. These parents who are losing their children, they're grieving, they're sad, they're coming together, they're support groups. Wouldn't it be nice if we could do something special in the city at one of our parks? Maybe put a statue up. We weren't really sure, and it just started with an idea. And from there, we started discussing different ideas, and it morphed, and this magical reaction happened that you see today, where we've got pollinator gardens, butterflies, trails, benches, butterflies. It's so beautiful, and it's a place that you can reflect, you can connect, and also you can grieve and celebrate, not just grieve, and celebrate their lives with other parents. And this is the first of its kind in Canada.
I just want to talk a little bit about Alex and Julianne and myself and Councillor Peterangelo. We were so close. He was specifically close to Julianne, and myself. I was close to both of them. And when you see kids like that fighting with the same type of cancer, and it's heartbreaking. But the courage and the fight that you see with these kids and the treatment that they're going through and trying to excel in whatever they're doing after. I know, Alex, when he first got the news, he was obviously devastated. He had his leg amputated, and he got this special rotation plasty that he could actually continue to play sports and go on, and he was getting into sledge hockey, and he inspired so many people. But one guy he inspired was the best hockey player in the world, Ovechkin, Alex Ovechkin. He found out about him. He knew that little Alex or smaller Alex loved him, and he goes, what I'm going to do? He goes, I'd like to score a goal for you against the Leafs too, of all the teams. Well, he went out there and he scored a hat trick for him, which was just unbelievable.
Losing a child, whether it's an accident, an act of violence, illness that takes away our loved ones, is very difficult and very painful. To have your child taken from you is a tremendous sense of loss, and there is one thing that can't be taken though, and they can't take our memories. Our memories can't be taken away, and I think that this park and this sort of landscape is a place that the memories will last forever. So I appreciate everyone who did anything to make the memories go on of all of the kids who this is dedicated to, and I thank every one of you.
Firemen's Park is truly a special place in Niagara. A place where we have all built so many wonderful memories as kids, as adults, as families. And my favorite memories of Firemen's Park were watching Julianne compete in cross country here. We would start literally right here. And now we have another reason to visit this park, because it is now a place to remember, a place to reflect, and a place to connect as we open Canada's first interactive children's memorial walkway.
You could never say no to Julianne because she'd prove you wrong, and you could never say you can't do that because she would prove you wrong. She was like 90 pounds of just a spitfire of a girl, and whatever she put her mind to, she did her best to accomplish. And like I said, I just learned so much from her tenacity and her energy.
And she was so determined, and she exemplified courage, and she taught us so much about life and about living. So she was incredible. She really was.
What is the purpose of the QR codes here in the garden?
Well, the QR codes, like how I envision them, is they keep the child's memory alive. Like we talk about our kids, but after when we are gone, these are imprinted, their lives, their story, their pictures, their videos. So anybody could learn about Julianne far after we're gone telling about them. So their legacy will continue on in the park. They live on. And so when Jennifer approached us with this idea, I thought, and when I talked to other parents, they're like, we're in tears. This is amazing. Everybody seems to want to be a part of it. So I just hope this evolves too.
Yeah, and even with the QR codes as well, we've got a new prototype that I'm just looking for right now as well, of a butterfly. And a QR code and their name on it, you know. So and again, it's going to evolve here. We're not sure if we're going to have them in the garden or we're going to have them on a wall. And the manufacturer got this back to us in very short order. It's just so cool. And when you scan this, it personalizes it for everyone. And when you scan it, it brings up the stories, it brings up pictures, it brings up videos, it brings up links to different charities that they use. So we've been overwhelmed by the support and the results, or the feeling that the parents have in being able to keep the stories of their children alive forever.
And I understand you have a book out right now about the loss of your child. Could you please tell me more about it?
Well, actually, it's a collaboration, and it was actually first kind of curated by Claudia and Ramona, and they were here today at the ceremony. And there was another parent that was here. We each took a chapter and talked about our children, and these are children that have passed in different circumstances, accidents, cancer, illness, you name it, we've covered it all. And we share our child's story, but most importantly, what we do is we share how we go on without our child. Like what do we do to make the journey a little bit easier, I guess, and to help parents that are just recently grieving their child, the signs that we look for from our children, what we do in their name. So in this book, it's available on Amazon, and all the proceeds go to a support group which is located in Toronto, called Walk, by the same name of the book, Walking in the Light of Our Kids. So if you are interested, like I said, there's some great stories and real life people, and it talks about our kids and it's the way that we remember them.
And although it's officially open now, funds are still needed to bring it to where it needs to be. How can our viewers help?
Well, that's a great question, and what we'd suggest is go on the city's website at niagarafalls.ca. There's a donate button where you can donate a certain amount of money. You can sponsor a bench, you can sponsor some flowers, some butterfly bushes, or whatever the case is, to make it that much better. And I think it's everybody doing a little bit. We're not asking anybody to go out on a limb and put themselves into a tough spot, just everybody doing a little bit and coming together. And it's the symbolic idea of giving to something that'll be here and that's going to help people for a long time. So niagarafalls.ca, that's when you can make a donation.
It was a beautiful opening ceremony for the memorial today. To find out more about how you can donate and to find out more about the Walkway, visit the Niagara Falls website. Reporting for The Source in Niagara Falls, I'm Augusta Walker.